Hey guys, it's Donnie. I just paused for a second because I'm going to make a little recording for you both on the phone and on the Zoom at the same time and then edit them together if I can. Let's see. Resume.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hi guys, it's Miss Donnie. I'm getting ready for the 31st, the improv class for youth on the 31st. I keep looking back and forth because I'm recording both on my camera, hi, and on the Zoom. And I wanted to also refer to our class on the Google Classroom that I have set up for you. Please make sure that all your parents sign up for Google Classroom. Everybody's syllabus is on there weekly, so if you're ever not able to log in at the same time that all of us do, you can always do it later. So the 31st, your lesson plan is talking columns. How am I going to do talking columns on online? Let's see how we can do it. All right. I know I considered taking this one out to be online. I'm going to read what it says. It is on page 69 for those of you who have books, and it is number 39 in the game numbering. All right, talking columns. As actors, make sure that you are letting a real scene develop. Don't go to the columns too often at first. Let them get used to being a part of the skit. Begin by giving the columns obvious choices. You might say something like, I can't believe you filled my shoes with, and then the column gets to fill in the blank. And then we're supposed to be able to touch the column, but I think that I'm just going to say columns' names so that I'll mute everybody except for the 3 or 4, however many people are playing at that time. And then I will say, like, let's say that it is Warren. And they'll pause, and we'll get good at it, I think, so that if somebody pauses and Warren is in charge of answering for that person, he'll know, oh, they paused, I have to give him a line. So or maybe we'll have them say line, we'll figure it out. So there, you're going to give them their line and you fill in the blank. This gives them a chance to get a feel for the game. Watch out for audience members who are difficult to work with. Some might respond too slowly. Oh, goodness. Or decide to say inappropriate things, which we do not do in our class, correct? If necessary, take a difficult audience member out of the game by simply staying away from him. Variation. Use one of your columns to change the character's emotion. Ooh, instead of giving them lines. Yes. So this part is for the actor, okay? Oh, no, that was for the actor. This part is for the teacher, but I always like to share that with you. This is an audience preparation game, talking columns number 39. But in a classroom situation, players can take the role of audience members. Ooh. Ask the audience to suggest a setting or situation for players to act out in a scene. Invite two members of the audience on stage and have them stand on opposite sides of the stage. So if you're doing this at home, you can physically do this. You want 2 people to stand on opposite sides of your living room. Ask the audience members or family members to help the players by making up lines for them. Very cool. Whenever a player touches one of the audience members, they are called the columns in this game. So the 2 audience members that are giving lines are called the columns. The column should tell the player what word or words to say next. The players then must make the lines fit into the scene and justify why they said these things. This game is similar to Pieces of Paper, which we love, game number 36, except that the lines come from the audience members instead of paper slips. All right, we'll do that first in our class that is going to be online very soon. That's on our schedule for the 31st. Let me pause the recording for a moment and go to the next one. I'll turn on the other one now. So the Zoom was still recording the whole time, but you on the camera were muted. So 101 improv games. The next game is emotional storytelling. It is number 20 on page 45 if you have it. So for the MC teacher, we'll read it in order this time. This game has much in common with Talk or Die. We don't literally die. We take really long periods of time to die quite dramatically when we play Talk or Die. We'll probably play that at some time. That might be fun to do on the computer. The players stand in a line side by side, and each must be ready to talk when you point to them in emotional storytelling. However, this game adds the aspect of emotion. Assign a different emotion to each player before the game begins. Give the players a familiar story to tell, such as a fairy tale, then begin pointing. The audience can suggest both the familiar story and the different emotions. Aha. So the audience tells you which story we're telling, and they tell you which emotions you take on when we point to different people. I think to do this, well, you can obviously do this at home. Line up and have your mom or your sister or brother point to which one of you when it's your turn, and give you the emotion. Let's say, now let's name some emotions. Sad. And every improv, it's not like a little sad. It's sad. That's way over the top sad. Or so happy. Or so sleepy. I get to be very happy and awake right now, but my child is asleep. But it's my little Starbucks that is waking me up so early. My home-brewed Starbucks, mind you. All right, so for the players, while you're waiting for your turn to speak, stay in your emotion. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't think we always do that. This will make it easier to jump in, listen to the story, and always think of how your emotion works with what is being said. Concentrate. You want to be ready. Yes. I lost my place as I was reading. When they point to you, make sure that your emotion is strong. Come in quickly with your emotion and take the story your way. If possible, try to say things that will make the change in emotion seem natural. If you say something like, that made me feel, it is easy to change to another emotion, and the crowd will love it. Very cool. Okay, so here's an example. I say, The Three Little Pigs is the story that we're going to tell right now. So I'm telling the story of the Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs who decided to build their houses. And then it's my turn, and they point to me, but we're going to have to come up with a method. Maybe I number you ahead of time, or maybe I just say someone's name and they know that it's their turn to start, or to continue the story. So let's say I wasn't talking and I say Donnie. The audience says Donnie. And they decided to build their houses out of straw. The same person who called my name Donnie will then say sad, but we didn't have any straw, so we were so sad about that. Happy. But the neighbor next door had straw, so I went over and asked if I could borrow some. Mad. And the neighbor was not happy about that. He didn't want to share his straw. Get it? Oh my God, this is going to be so fun. If you've never been in my class before, you know that I'm pretty much like this, a little wild all the time. Okay, so that will be number 20, emotional storytelling, that we will do on the 31st in improv class.
The recording has stopped.
Okay, my friends, third game on the list for the 31st in youth improv, and again, 101 improv games, is Improv Olympics number 28. It is on page 56. For the MC or teacher, that is me, Miss Donnie, the audience suggests a basic household chore or occupation. Sweeping? And players present it as if it were an Olympic event. Two players should be the commentators for the event. They set the scene by describing the competition and introducing the other players who play the contestants. A couch or whatever may be needed. So at home, obviously, you can do this with your families, and that'll be fun. I'm going to figure out in a second how we can do this online. Make sure it is clear to everyone what type of competition this is going to be. Is it a race? Is it a test? Is it synchronized? I think we're going to do this as finger puppets. I'm going to tell you all to get your finger puppets out or make one out of a sock. That'll be really fun. Hey, I happen to have some finger puppets here. Okay, so let's say that it's my turn, and we decide that it is sweeping And and I've got my little finger puppet out, which I had ready because I'm gonna make a drama for little ones video in a second. So I have my little finger puppet ready, and we decide that it's sweeping, and it is an Olympic sport. So we have to do synchronized sweeping. So I've got my puppet, let's say, again, to use the example of my friend Warren, is over there with his sock puppet or whatever, and we have to try and move at the same time in our Olympic sport as we do slow, synchronized sweeping. I don't know. Maybe this one won't be fun online, but we're going to try. We might. Just like every improv game, we can fall flat on our faces if we want because there is no such thing as a wrong answer. Okay, so is it a race? Is it a test of strength? Is it synchronized? For the players, several gimmicks work well in this game. The most common is having a tragedy take place during the event, or watching the athletes overcome it. I think that'll be the most fun part when we're doing it online, is the little quirks that don't allow us to finish the Olympic sport. For instance, in a synchronized dishwashing competition, one athlete might accidentally drop a plate. Whoa, we could do that online. Which smashes on her foot, causing pain, forcing her teammate to pretend to drop a plate on his foot and hop around faking to match his partner. Because it was synchronized. Yeah. Often the commentators will review some of the event using slow motion. We can say, okay, can you please repeat that? The audience at home missed that, so you need to rewind and replay. This works well and gives the audience a chance to see what went wrong. You can also use judges' scoring and interviews with the athletes afterwards if the skit needs an extra push. Dun, 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 dun. So that is number 28, Improv Olympics. I'm going to give you an opportunity to pick a game from our other book. If you're in class with me, this is our other book. If you're just tuning in online and you're not actually at my school, that's totally awesome. You should buy this. Teaching Improv, the Essential Handbook. We're having so much fun with it in the teen class. And if you need some improv games to play at home and you run out of ideas to, quite often they're called gets. When you get something from the audience, it is a suggestion that you incorporate into your improvisation. This gives you a lot of ideas. It's an appendix that they have. It's on page 106 and 107. And it has objects, locations, characters, actions, relationships, all kinds of great stuff. And then list of questions to get suggestions, aka gets. So if you're playing at home and you need to get something from the audience, you can say, I need the name of a sport. What is something that rolls? These are some suggestions. And the reason I flipped to this section is in class, I emailed this to all of your parents, okay? So if you can even print like 2 pages of it or pull it up on your screen so that you can watch it on your phone while you're doing the Zoom chat with me on your actual computer. This has a whole list of games because not everybody took their books home. I sent you this instead. And we can go through the list, and every day that we meet online, I'll give 1 or 2 people the chance to pick a game that we've never played before and read the directions to us, and we'll try it. Totally awesome. All right, next on our list for our online class on the 31st, I chose a video from Beat by Beats. Is that what it's called? Wait, I'm going to leave the frame for a second. Yes, I Beat by Beat. This is by Beat by Beat. And they're writing an awesome musical that we are going to do. It is an online musical. I just posted that yesterday on Facebook that they're doing this. Okay, pause for a second. Hey, so now I'm recording on the phone as well. So the last game that we're going to play, and I'll just say this quickly so that I can finish the recording on the phone, and then I'll go to the screen share of our Zoom version of this call. So the next game we're going to play is called Leaving the Couch. And it is a game that I found on page 23 of this book. It's called Leaving the Couch. And I'm going to post the link to it right after this post. Okay? So here are the rules. Well, actually, I'll read the rules for the online people in a minute. And those of you who are watching this post from my phone, below will be a link for leaving the couch. And yeah, that's it. All right. Have a great time. I hope you enjoy these games at home. And hey, share some videos with me. I would totally love it. All right. Thanks. I'm going to pause this one. And well, this one's going away. See you later. Bye.